All right, it's time to get settled, time to get in. We got lower bracket finals. Here for EMEA. Your number 2 seed, Hypnos, taking on Team Gambit. Your number 1 through 4 seeds, or your upper bracket semifinalists. No surprises there. That does carry in to your lower bracket semifinals. So those same top 4 end up being your top 4 after the lower bracket quarterfinals. Both young upstarts and promising-looking squads of Pytel and EMEA will end up falling in that 5th, 6th slot. Still, both of them punching above their weight class a bit. I think great seasons for both of those squads. Look forward to seeing what they bring in 2025. But we are down to top 3 with Meta Boys, the number 1 seed. The number 1 seed and look like the team to beat all season long gets knocked out in a 5 mapper here by Hypnos in the lower bracket semis. Insane match. Insane match. There's been so many insane matches. I mean, look how many map 5s we have had between these top 4 teams. We've had 3 map 5s between 4 teams. It's been nuts. And we're going to get a little bit more of it. Now, I will say, 0907 waiting at the finish line, already in grand finals. And the only convincing win that we've had between these top 4 squads, right? So this 3-0 actually the one standout in a world of map 5s. So keep an eye on 0907 as they're going to await the winner of this match in the finals. But first things first, we've got this lower bracket finals to get through. All right, let's get into some map hands. We did have patch notes come through yesterday. Armor nerf to Maga. Buff to Orisa. And the biggest change, I think, is the reverting a lot of the Season 9 projectile sizes. I don't know that it'll matter as much at this level of play as far as the reduction of projectile size, but still you can expect bullets to not be hitting as much. And then also the other big one is buffing the DPS passive again. Anyway, things to keep in mind. Things to keep in mind as we head into this lower bracket final. You can see all of our bands are in here. No big surprises. No Jibby today, unfortunately. Hollywood, of course, banned out. Both Clash mounts, of course, banned out. I anticipate we'll get Runasapi for push because that's all we've seen in Season 3. We are very Runasapi-pilled right now. So last time we covered it, as Sleek was very adamant that I accept his friend request. And Lars was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Well, after the match, I finally accepted Sleek's friend request. And Sleek was very happy about it once I just joined the game. And Lars says, big mistake. You're now cursed. Yep. All right. Let's see. Maddie saying, with the upcoming link between FACEIT and OWCS, T3 coverage is more important than ever. Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's the whole reason I did any of this. I mean, we've got to get more T2, T3 coverage out there. I wish I could cover every division. They just have all of this happens at the same time, right? All right, we're kicking things off on Oasis. I didn't even run through your map pool. It's on your screen, all right? It's Oasis Midtown. We're at Asapi. We're actually going Midtown. No King's Row. Suravasa and Circuit Royale. Tell Santex to win fast so she can do her uni assignments. I like how Santex dropped the response in chat as if she heard us. All right. Oh, shit. Come on, camera. We're feeling good today. A couple of Jungle Queens are a big carnage right out the gate, but Outsider goes down for it. Looks like UK is still in Thailand. We're going to have Outsider starting. Team Game, okay. I talked about the 3-0 from 0907. I gotta put a caveat on that. I gotta put an asterisk on that. Because seeing Outsider in just reminded me. Oh yeah, Outsider wasn't able to play in that match. Had like some serious tech issues going on. So they end up with like Condi on tank. So big caveat in that 3-0 I was showing you earlier. Connie on Torb here. As they come back in for the second attempt. Oh, and Nelly just landed headshots. We sure we don't have a scope on these kunai? That was nasty. That quick hit opener is going to domino into a couple more, and there we go. 30% counting on the board here for Hypnos. No, we're good. We're good, Condi. Yes, we're good. Or Conde. Are y'all both just called Condi? Like, is there just no differentiating? I just grin and bear it. I'm gonna call it like 4 Condi. 4 Condi and 0907 Condi. All right, let's consider a rush out from Nelly here to try and hold on. 63% counting on the board. Just a quick disengage the other way. Shaitan does invest in overclock here, roll it along coast side. Trying to just protect the push into the spot. And you've got Volta and Skitza way deeper, hanging out on top of the fountain there. All right, Shaitan finds Lars. This is the first opening team Gambit have had the entire first sub-map here. You do have grab and an orbital to work with. Which I didn't even get a chance to mention the Zarya swap. So far, we have not seen any Orisa or Amalgam. Thank the Lord. Thank Lord Winston. All right, Rampage coming back in from Lars. And has... just tends to win fights with Rampage. Oh, this is going to be nasty. Right into the back line. That's 3 hit. All of them low. Maybe you'll just stand back and watch them. The health bars are so low, the tick damage, I think, would have taken all 3 down. Skitza is there for a little bit quicker follow-up. Quick death in Oasis there for Team Gambit. 98%. I don't think anybody's going to make it back. Very clean sub round there for Hypnos kicking us off. Strong start there for the Junker Queen squad. Maddie says, here comes the riffraff. Yeah, well. See, you are, in fact, a regular of my stream. Oh, the jazzy sounds of Volta. Fun fact, I love how the meter on the right, it's B, C, D, E, F, like it's in a chord. It's actually B flat. It's actually an A flat chord, because it's B flat, E flat. Anyway. Jazzy sounds. Jazzy sounds. With a minor chord. Yeah. Anyway, it's a nice little detail. Nice little detail. I was a music major in college. Yep. That did me a whole lot of good. Sombra coming out here. Sombra OP. Now that we've kind of settled into new Sombra, I think teams are really starting to realize the power of this hero once again. Saw this. We've seen at least one team in the A completely just rely on the Sombra and dominate with it. So far, Connie's not able to find a whole lot. I will say, it does just look a little separated from the squad. Yeah. Oh, Team Gambit kind of getting picked apart there like string cheese. Wait, they have string cheese in EU? Is string cheese, like... a predominantly American thing? I mean, I think it's gross. I don't eat it. But all right. Shaitan is doing some work on the other side. Let's see if they can do enough to find... oh, but a pick! That was close! Got the body shot. Volta heads up to the top for some heals. It looks like we're going to get the push in down low. Didn't find anything out of the corner. Lars still tries from the other side. Yeah, catches Shaitan. So the initial push through main forces Shaitan towards jump pad where Lars comes in with the intercept. Now you've got support ults ready to go. 43% on the board. And Hypnos, I mean, really setting the pace. Hey, get out of the tree. Continue rush in from Yolio Zoo. Oh, I thought they might use the overclock to try to stop it, but looks like Outsider just gets overwhelmed up front. Doesn't have the speed to get out, doesn't have the disengage. I didn't see what happened in the speed ring on that one. Just the Kitsune Rush used in that previous fight. Now it's gonna be a Dragon Blade out. Dangerous spot. So Sound Barrier is invested. Rally, throw it in. This should be able to stop Skitsa, but Sleek has already picked up a couple. Ooh, but the grab overclock combo works out. Shaitan gets an important kill down onto Sleek before falling in their own right. And this is the clapback Team Gambit have been looking for. It's just Lars left on this point. Very little health to work with. Does not stall long enough for reinforcements. Once again, we're going to get some last-second control picked up here from Team Gambit. Now, this time, Hypnos spinned everything in that previous fight. So Hypnos spent 4 ultimates in that previous fight, taking an early lead, and Outsider with a massive grab to swing back the 3v5. That's the EMP in, attack into the back line, beautifully done. As soon as Outsider starts feeling the pressure from behind, and you see them combo with Condi, they both find the green light, the bubble, the EMP. Nice counter aggression, beautifully executed. They're out of Team Gambit, and that's the second fight win in a row. Now they're starting to find a rhythm a little bit, and this is where Gambit can get so dangerous. Can Gambit win? I gambled my life savings on them. Well, I'm hoping for your sake they do. Oh, speaking of, I didn't put Preds up. I was running behind. I'm sorry, I forgot Preds. We can do Preds from that too if y'all like. Outsider almost up to another grab here. Ooh, let's get to fight Shaitan in the back. Outsider finding themselves surrounded, falling back, trying to get some heals there out of Varret. But there's the swift step in. Skitsa gets beat down. The grab is out. Volts is low. Can the rally be enough? Can the rally dominate? It does. Varret finds the 2, caught in the grab. And with just the break there, I mean, essentially just the break. I think Condi showed up late in that fight, but Varret comes out with a 3K. Thank you for the follow, Catarist. Our fellow, but our life savings gambler there in chat. All right, there's the Kitsune Rush invested onto the point. That Sleek's overclock comboed in with it. Lars takes Outsider out of the front line, though. So a beautiful Kitsune Rush. Once again, we see Outsider almost kind of stubbornly stick around through the Kitsune Rush. I don't know, didn't have a disengage plan or, you know, just was trying to push through, get into the back line like we saw in the previous fight. But that's the second time here on this map. Outsider gets caught early. This one in a 99 situation. And then the map goes to Hypnos. Holiday, thank you for the follow. All right. Ooh. It was a close map there on City Center, but not so much on Garden. Hypnos really running away with that in that Junker Queen comp. And maybe, you know, not that either of these teams were particularly, you know, quick to run the Malga, but, you know, it's good for, I think it's good for both of, well, it's definitely good for Lars. We'll see how the rest of this plays out. I will say, though, I mean, even with a good Malga comp, the Junker Queen was already starting to show a bit of promise. Now, you don't have the sustain. Like, you have to be able to last through the sustains fights against a Malga. You don't have the same worry with Azaria. Azaria peaks. Now, I don't know. At one point, I saw some information that Azaria actually peaks in the fight at about, like, 30 seconds, but then starts losing value again. So it's not, Amaga, I think, continues to just slowly gain value as the fight goes on. Just continues to just go up and up and up, because the longer you sustain in the fight, the more the Amaga is going to find room and just to outlast you. Whereas Zarya very much has like a peak in the middle. Like, you got to get up to charge and get in a good place, but it does start to decline after that. Zarya does not have the sustain, the lowest health pool in the entire tank role. And just does not have the sustain for long, drawn-out fights. So that is kind of the kicker here. I mean, Junker Queen, I think, is very similar in that. Like, Junker Queen, very bursty. You want to win fights quick. Junker Queen doesn't tend to fare well in long, drawn-out, sustained fights. All right. Take a reminder of our map bans here. Oh, shoot. Whoa. That was close. I almost missed that invite. All right, it's Hollywood banned out. There from Hypnos. We are headed to Midtown here from map 2. Catarist says, guys, lock in. You have a cute manager. Why are we losing this? And then their manager says, thanks. And Catarist says, who are you? But you know, we got Jelly Taz in chat saying Hypnos have a cute manager too. So, yeah, I mean, you know, it is a toss-up. It is a toss-up. All right, you heard the lady. We're ready for battle. Let's get into map 2. Oh, we did get a side, so let me fix that for you before we get in there. Excuse me. All right, now we should be gold. Look out! Appreciate the follow. Appreciate everybody being here for this lower bracket finals. We're down at top 3 here in Season 3 of Expert Division. Winner of this one will go on to face 0907 on Saturday in the Grand Finals. Outsiders sticking with the Zarya, headed in on this defense. No changes out of Lars either. So expect some fast fights here. If Outsider can draw it out into the 20-30 second mark, I think they'll feel a little bit better, get that charge up, and start trying to melt through this back line. But the always lethal, fast-moving Junk Queen composition here out of Hypnos. Woo! Good opening pick by Sleek. Finds the head. It ends up being 2 for Sleek, 2 for Lars. And there you go. Fights fast, goes to the JQ. Outsider never finding a chance to get their feet planted and to get that charge built. Disengage there using the speed ring and the turret to actually cover their tracks. It's kind of smart. Defensive shot used from Lars. Oh, I can't believe they even got close to getting out of that one. Oh, that's an late overclock. Sleek thinks they can pull this one out. Sleek's at a 1v3. Found Santix on the jump. So, I mean, perhaps just worth realizing that they could at very least get the Juno. So they opt for that trade and give themselves, give Hypnos an opening here. Without that Juno, you don't have the disengage. I mean, beautifully done. Condi and Varrett now in a lot of trouble, but Lars gets beat down. They don't count on the rally. The rally shows up. Shaitan on the high ground was putting in tons of damage. And there was an opportunity there with Santix off the board, but Santix gets back quick. Varrett there with the rally to hold the line in the meantime. Well played there out of Outsider, despite the aggressive push from Sleek. Despite the awesome play from my new friend. Oh, Shaitan takes Sleek out of the top. This gets a try into play. I mean, just in the thick of this Kitsune rush. But yeah, Molten Core, as well as an Orbital right on the other side. Rampage is going to find 2. Varrett gets cut down, but the Gravital picks up 2 as well. Graviton Surge, that is. Both tanks low, but that's why. That's a bubble available for Outsider. Shatan's overclock phase. Let's go back to some Outsider Pov. This is a great orbital ray from Santix. They don't let this fight devolve quickly, as Hypnos wants it to inside that Kitsune Rush. They're able to sustain long enough for Outsider to kind of last through. Now we're going to get the Dragon Blade at the top. Try to combine. Woo! With Sleek jumps down. And gets killed by Outsider, who manages to find Nelly on the back of that as well. And this has been quite the hold thus far. I stand with Clutch. So many cute managers. It's true. It's true. All right, Slake's going to make a swap off of this Oj. Now on to an Ashe. Whoa. Not quite warmed up on the Ashe yet, though. Not able to get the initial headshots you need to make that swap worthwhile. So this is going to be, I mean, considering the point A was so fast, was such a quick one and done, I mean, it feels like we've been here for 4 minutes, because we have, and there's still 2.5 left on the clock. Okay, now we're getting Schizo onto a May. I actually made that swap after the Dragon Blade came out, but I just realized. Double support ults ready to go. Sound barrier. Oh, almost got blocked by their own wall. Look, Kitsune Rush now thrown in, but there's a Molten Core right on top of the point. Outsider just fearlessly moving forward with the rally at their back. See if they can just fight inside the opponent's Kitsune Rush. Now, did have, what's going on up here? Nelly and Lars went to the high ground? Nelly is back down. Look like there was a momentary push up to the high ground. But now Lars, in Nemesis form, out, is able to chase down Verret once Outsider falls. And this is Hypnos trying to outlast. So the Ramatra comp almost the exact opposite, where you're looking to last through the value of the Zarya on the other side in that charge, and it's exactly what Lars is able to do here. Fights too with the Nemesis form. Huge Blizzard in as well. Good God. And the Jazzy Town of Volta coming up with some good final blows to the back of that. So after about 4 minutes of, you know, busting their heads against point B, Hypnos finally able to unlock this. Now Connie's coming back. Looks like we're gonna get a touch. Oh, just in the nick of time. Orbital thrown over the point as well. Lars hands up, just backing away. Shatan's already picked up Sleek with this overclock. And that is a hold with only 8 centimeters separating Hypnos from 2 points. Oh, I promised y'all Preds, didn't I? I failed. I failed. No Preds. Sound barrier now in here from Volta. It's going to be a bomb thrown over the top as well. Annihilation. This is 3 ults layered on top of each other. You do get the results as Lars is able to trap 2 inside that far room. We get another $130 added to the clock. There's so much cooking going on in this game, says Juju the Ball. I feel like there's a lot of cooking going on in chat as well. You know, it's just a good Wednesday. It's just an all-around good Wednesday. Ooh, the Molten Core almost takes Volta out of the fight. Outsider wanted that kill, couldn't quite lock it in. Still wants Volta, will get it with the Jagged Blade. It ends up costing 3 on the other side as Outsider just ends up sacrificing themselves for the trade onto the May. Oh, we're going to get a rally invested in here as well. The rally's going to pull this out. No way. Verret does it again. 1v1 on the point. Oh, the jazzy sounds of Volta show up to disrupt the honorable 1v1. Continuing rush investment. Outsider does have this rampage. Nobody quite gives them an easy shot. Hypnos opt to go into the corner, find Condi. They don't all rotate as one. Outsider now trying to make a similar rotation, but Volta catches it along the outside. Blizzard thrown in onto this point with 10 seconds to go. Outsider frozen up. Can anybody make it to touched? We're going to get a cap with time. No contest there at the very end. A couple of quick headshots out of Sleek to ensure there's a precious seconds left on the bank. Did we get the train? Oh, no train today. I too want to kill this character. Patch did it for you. Okay, we're falling back into the Zarya versus the Junker Queen. Sleek's sticking on this Ashe, though. So everybody else kind of falling back into what we saw at the start of Team Gambit's defense. Sleek decides that they like the Ashe in this duel. A little bit more consistent long-range pressure. Not as good up front, though. Or up close, I mean. Good wall out of Nelly. An outsider gets dropped. And there's Sleek showing up at the fade, landing not just one headshot, but a body shot on Akandi as well for a nice little two-piece. And first attack hold out of Hypnos. Thanks for being a bit too creative. Is that possible? I mean, sure, you can outthink yourself. Kind of after swapping to a Genji. Nope. Almost able to work that flank. Oh, but a good three-play push there out of Lars. They're able to focus down Outsider. Now, they do lose Skitza in the process, but Team Gambit find themselves very split on the back of this point. We're going to get a Bob invested from Sleek just to ensure the squishies left here don't get any more work done, because Condi and Shatad have already picked up one apiece. Does this mean Volta's going to go taxi? Yeah, absolutely. Volta needs to go taxi. We're getting a quick regroup here. Lars checking to see if there's any incoming pressure. Nelly Swift stays back. The defense, full strength. Soundbearer out here from the defensive Hypnos, protect against this overclock. Orbital Ray now thrown in, but Skitza, what a headshot out of Skitza! Huge Blizzard to follow as well. Oh my, Skitza with a brilliant fight there. My goodness. A bewitching Blizzard. Ooh, who's playing on that left flank? There's somebody. Yeah, there you go. It's Volta. Honk honk. Alright, that's the blade out from Connie. Varrett with the sound barrier as well. Going in, but the rampage hits 3. Lars is low. Nelly's going to finish off Outsider. Oh, the big carnage. Chops through Varrett. Trying to sneak around. The headshot as well. And add another fight-winning rampage to Lars' resume. Oh, good shot. Todd, how'd you find that one? Comes in on the window angle. Okay, this is... Oh, Sleek caught on the disengage. Got greedy on that one. Tried to stay poked. Thought maybe they could get that shot. End up keeping their face exposed for entirely too long. So now the hit scan's not going to be available for this retake. At least not immediately. Overclock out of Shaitan. You're trying to hold that side door. Play it off of this stairwell. This gives you sight lines on both entrances from the retake. Rampage gets absolutely nothing as both support ults are thrown in here in the final 10 seconds. Bob layered in. Everything in the kitchen sink from Hypnos. They had pretty much all 5 to work with, and it's going to be enough. We get the jazzy dance of Volta as Hypnos celebrate their second map victory. Crap, I was like, you saw nothing. You saw no lobby. Oh, see, thank you for the follow. All right, some stats from map 2. I mean, definitely closer. I felt, yeah, I was going to say, I felt like Shaitan had a hell of a round. Condi actually had a really good round on the Torb as well. Jeez, Volta. Volta is such a lights out Lucio. My goodness. 32-3 there for the Lucio. Unreal. Absolutely unbelievable. All right. Come on, Gambit. You've had a phenomenal season, I mean. You've had a phenomenal season. Obviously, the series is not good for you, but you've had a phenomenal season. Let's dig deep. I want to see. I don't want to see another 3 out here. My heart will break for you, Team Gambit, if you go out in 2-0-3s after such a phenomenal season. My heart will break for you. Come on. You got rid of Soppy. All right. It's rid of Soppy from map 3. I want to be clear, I'm not rooting for anybody in particular. I have no bias. But you got to admit, like, Team Gambit, they deserve to get at least one map here from the season they've had. I mean, maybe the series hasn't quite gotten their way. Hypnos has definitely looked so very strong. Lars of that Junker Queen, I mean, has been an impossible math problem here for Team Gambit to solve thus far. Let's see if they have the winning formula headed into Rotosapi. I appreciate that y'all are concerned about me in chat there. In the game chat. Okay. Outsider making a change here. So we're not winning the Zarya Junker Queen matchup. He's gonna go into a Diva. Oof. Already Sleek has found first pick. All right, so let's be down at checkpoint. Ooh, a little bit of a fight there in clothing stores. Skitsa pushes all the way through, trying to put pressure down on Connie and Varret. Varret on an Ana, by the way. What an interesting composition here out of Gambit. You do have a lot of range in what could theoretically be a vulnerable backline, but with Connie on the Torb, it does, I mean, really bolster this despite not having a brig here. You end up with a lot of utility. Oh, but Varret does, in fact, prove too vulnerable as Lars and Skitsa are able to move in, find the Ana immediately, and creates a 4v3 here for Hypnos on this point. With Outsider going to get demeched and deleted by Skitsa. Now, Shaitan finding that kill into Lars could be a good opening, although Skitsa with a late pick should guarantee the cap here from Hypnos. It's an interesting split from Hypnos. Outsider realized they had a mismatch, but couldn't quite do anything with it. Where's Skitsa at? All right, Skitsa down here in the thick of things with the blade. Outsider just ends up surrounded. The Demon just doesn't have the sustain into this fight. Now, Sleek is out in the back. Shaitan, the one chance of pulling this out, and Skitsa's having none of it. Kind of trying to throw... Oh, we're getting Kitsune Rush as well as Molten Core on this point. Connie finds Lars. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe give me some Connie Puff. What's cooler than cold? Ice cold. Double side barrier, or excuse me, double support ults. And a rampage thrown in here from Lars. Shaitan tried to overclock amidst that, but that, I mean, go into the Kitsune Rush, sound barrier, and rampage. There's only so much one lone little overclock could do. Although Shaitan is doing work. Catches Sleek overstepping. Also trying to play here along the outside. Whoop. Meanwhile, the rest of the team just bailed. Volta is able to get out, fortunately. Okay, a bit of a three-player split. You've got three squishies vulnerable on this right-hand side. Okay, they do all have escape abilities. But still, Skitsa ends up purple. Ooh, can't believe Skitsa got out of there. Now Sleek with an overclock from the other side. Condi's nano, but only had 1 health. Lars will eventually take them down. Let's say we're going to some Varret Pop here on the back. Let's say landed that sleep too. Beautiful sleep. Susanoo in. Lars giving chase. Oh, the DM can't block the Jagged Blade. Managed to DM the primary fire, but the Jagged Blade still gets through. After about a 2-minute skirmish. I don't even know if I'd call that an engagement. That was just a bunch of skirmishing back and forth. That is close spawns. Still available here for Hypnos. As they just look to protect their checkpoint. Not getting too big for their britches here. The Shaitan's actually swapped over to the Ashe now. Kitsune Rush invested here from Hypnos as they head down the street. It's going to be a Molten Core out of Conde to try to stop it. Rampage finds 2. Varret just cannot escape. Overwhelming force, overwhelming purples. Now Volts is low. Oh, but Shaitan taking too much fire. They're from the outside from Lars. Not quite able to finish off Volta. Has to back away. Now Volts is hungry for more. Shaitan finishes what they started. Shaitan delivers. Volta said, hey, I'm hungry for more bullets. Shaitan said, here's 2, right down the gullet. It's a shot from Lars, just kind of a soft disengage, a poking disengage. That's not only nano, but a wrong pop. It was a good bio nade thrown in on the Skitza as well, kind of set that up. As the sound barrier fades here, Find Outsider a bit overwhelmed here on the inside. Will eventually get taken down. Now we got to chase on to Syntax. They are able to escape, but here comes the pursuit. Volts is going to catch Condi in the corner. Or excuse me, that was Slake who actually got the final blow. Now Slake with an overclock. Skitza giving chase here up top. Let's go check in on this. You got two supports just kind of huddled into the corner. How do you get out of here? Team Gambit is trapped within this small room, and now it turns into a tomb. $125-0 with 3 minutes left. Woo! Kitsune rush out. Slake's already picked up one. Doesn't look like, I mean, it's just Condi here to fight in the Team Gambit Kitsune rush. Outsider trying to hold on. A good Suzu to initiate the attack. Are they able to get back in mech? No, Lars turns the corner just the right second with the carnage. Santix now in trouble along the outside, able to swift step away. Barrett does not have the same escape. The speedring will not count, will not be good enough. Santix low will take down as well. And that is going to be the series. Hypnos do, in fact, close it out in 3. They will move on to face 0907 in your EMEA Expert Grand Finals this weekend. Get some stats there from map 3. Hold on. That's map 1. There's map 3 stats. Dominant. A heartbreaking turn. A heartbreaking turn for Team Gambit. A team that just was so strong all year long. We go back, look at the standings. You know, coming in 10-4, had a hell of a good season. Will end the tournament in 3rd place. So hey, they still at least, you know, step up a little bit. They punch up a little bit. You know, they finished 4th regular season. In the season, in 3rd in playoffs. I mean, still a good season for Team Gambit overall. But, I mean, a disappointing final 2 series as they get 3-0'd twice in a row by 0907 and Hypnos here in top 3. Congratulations to Hypnos. Hypnos come out, I mean, looking extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. Holy cow, do they look coordinated. And I think this patch that hit yesterday is just going to benefit Hypnos more and more. Anxious to see them take on the 0907 squad here for your grand finals. Let's see. What was I want to give a shout out to Boomstocks, who stepped up and is apparently covering a couple OD matches. So shout out Boomstocks. You can check out some of the growing talent here in EMEA. I believe they are casting Venomous versus Drama Gooners at the moment. Let's give them a boost. Let's give them a boost. Y'all go follow Caster Boomstocks. All right. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Y'all be kind to each other. I'll see you a little bit later on today.